Okay. Ooh, hold on. Okay, hello, and welcome to the remote view. Sounds okay? I hope all is well with you and yours. Let's see, without waiting, I see a few of you in here already. Hello. Let's see what kind of fun stuff comes up message-wise, because there's a lot of tornadic energy. Tornado. Mm. Hmm. I'm going to start with letters first, while we see who else arrives in the room. But this is general message for anyone who sees this. So let's get a little bit closer. Okay. Well, for the movement going on in the world, there is incoming a loss of love. The movement that went too far. Hmm. And things are falling out. I don't really know if I want to take these. Okay. So, okay, more of the school data. Let's scale. I think it's hard to see. Okay. We'll try one more time. Hello, look. And no blanks. No blanks. I see no blanks, so this is pretty definitive. Two people coming together or two minds getting together on an idea. Mm-hmm. So the hope is to spread it around so others can comply. Hmm. Now everything else, okay. Definitely not a finished message, so we got some digging to do. There is a hunt here. Next thing you're going to be hearing about regarding the college stuff that's most important to hear, I guess, is who did it, who's behind it, who's involved. Um, I won't, so we can't call it a witch hunt, it's a rat hunt. Interesting. Who agreed, who paid, to play. And there's definitely intention in getting it out to the public. Um, there's a word for that when certain news is put out for people to see it, so they think a certain thing, express a certain thing, behave a certain way. A when happens that it's for a very particular reason that may not be quite as evident. Um, there's a word, I just don't know if it's safe to use on YouTube, but the word starts like prop. You may hear something too about things being stolen or damaged in these events. When it's all said and done, everybody will go, everything's messed up, and now everybody stay home. No more college because it's dangerous. So let's look at the rat hunt going on. And I am looking for things that we don't see. The prop, or the props, plural. They traveled. They were unemployed. And then there's a leader, okay? A leader who shares a lot of similarities with their group. Perhaps they don't work all the time. They may just be waiting specifically for the call, if you will. Okay, from the rivers to the sea. There's an illusion, right? Okay. What is not seen are the foreigners who are involved, right? So you've got people from multicultural backgrounds. Oh, this is tough to be so careful with what you say. Somebody's getting pleasure out of this, but okay. Somebody gains from it, right? But somebody gains from the heavy group influence. That's a good way to say it. Target practice. We're over target practice. So someone takes pleasure or gains in the reconstruction. You don't need to be that close. Someone takes pleasure in the reconstruction of, the schools, the college. You need to put that back in. So what do we not know about okay, what I'm hearing is what's coming up next. Partying. Partying. I hate to say it, if somebody was going to do like a Project Veritas on the group behind the college energy going on right now, if somebody was going to do that, now's the time. People are somewhere, there's a party going on, happiness, that they made good use of the beings that they called in. There's a celebration, and then a conversation about what's next. Someone agreeing to do it. Oof. And then the plan gets worse. So the conversations now are the next target. This may not be college. This may not be the college. What's a good way to pull that? Location next. What are they discussing? Plan next location. Someplace they feel like they'll be blocked. We have a new direction. It's someplace, there may be a trap to it. They're holding on or they've been holding back on this. This could be, I don't want to say it's a church. Let's see. Give us a picture. That's. So right now there's discussions on whether they'll be successful with it. They need one more person involved to talk, but they need one more person. Somebody who used to be able to do it isn't available, or maybe not alive. I don't know. Location, next location. This could be a church. It's a place of comfort. You can see that it almost looks like the little ones running off campus. Place where there's statues, worship. When I was shuffling, I saw Joel Osteen, which is what makes me think it's a place with congregation, church, something like that. They would have to work, something about not being able to access. The next target. Next target. That's in thought right now. That's in thought right now. So we have these two. Could be a woman and a man, really. She's a masculine feminine. I know that's a rough way to say it. I'm not talking about anybody's sexuality. I'm talking more in the way this woman thinks. And then there's the one who makes the music. That's weird. They can make the noise to make it happen. Somebody gathers, somebody else has the money. So somebody's looking at their money. And then here comes this journey, moving. I'm going by the pictures here. So I see people in thought about what the next, like the framework or the business itself, the type of business, I do believe has been decided, but where to start first feels like the question at this time. The plan is how to do it and it be a bit of a surprise to most. So there's conversations going on about what's next, which direction to go in, places to store people. Where will they sleep, stay this time? There's a better word for this location, but like in general logistics. And the foreigners keeps coming out. How do you keep them happy? The operation, servitude. So they may be already in the process of moving some of them there. Angry people you saw, the buses may be getting ready to move. Somebody is gathering them up, green light. So the green light has been given. On to the next. The rebels, not all are going at the same time. Okay, so some people are going in, some people are going back, but there's another direction I don't think some of those people know about. I keep getting the word agitators. They may not understand or realize they've already been seen or recorded. Imagery spread around, shared around. This brings problems for them because, you know, there you are on camera tearing up stuff. So they are in transit at this time. So they're the next, what I'm feeling, or what I'm seeing here, I'm not getting heavy, but it's something to do with a place of worship. Not school, not the college, but worship. There may be some event around that. And here are these foreign affairs. This is gonna get whatever's coming next with this group, it is gonna be a little bit worse. It's gonna be worse because there's not just people who want to protest a point. Now there's actual foreign affairs being blended in to opinions. Now we have alien beings, or what some want to call legal or illegal, none of my business. Now they're being blended in. So the attachments get worse, right? They are the hired mess makers. But on steroids. People are starting to talk quietly amongst themselves in the group about, okay, we thought it was this, but what the fuck are who was those people? And it's hard to come out and say, wait a minute, we just thought we were being brought here to stomp. We didn't know it was going to be this. This group is about to get, it's about to be some other stuff going on. The problem is it's difficult to express and say that because you've been on that side angry about it. But what happens when the real soldiers of chaos start to do their job? Shit gets wavy. So in this card we have safety measures attempting to be put in place. You may see with regards to people angry about what's going on, you may start to see more of a push for separation between this group and that group. And I don't mean this group and that group like one side versus the other. I mean one same side that was once co-ed, everybody all in, may start to see a split. There is going to be some level of assault going on. And they're not going to be able to speak up on it because y'all are supposed to be all on the same team. But with the blend in, with the whole Freedom Fighter remix going on with real fighters, you know what I'm saying? Like people that they imported from prisons, other places, people who can handle walking, over parts of a country to cross a border to get something like the people who are arguing about beliefs and WAR, they probably haven't walked a mile the way that some of these foreign people have walked. They haven't endured like even a third of what is now mingling with them. And those people, the foreign enemies, they've been given the green light. They've been given the green light of choice. You can do it, or you can wait until we really need you, which is coming up soon. But they've been given carte blanche, open access, open checkbook, whatever you need to do. Here's what you do, but don't do this, and you'll be cool. They are notified by beep beep, by this thing right here. And some are even getting other messages from shows, but we've got the computer and the phone and the text and possibly an application on those devices. I heard unmask them. Demask. Demask? Is that even a word? Demask? Jason, what kind of reading? I'll let you guess. I'll move these around so it's a little bit legible there, okay? Does that make sense? So we got the angel. In the midst of all this going on, there is going to be somebody speaking up and saying some real. Like we thought we was just talking about this idea and this, but we have a belief we're on the side of don't hurt other people. But there's somebody in there talking about what's really, somebody's giving full details. They want things to stop. Also, they want to cover their own ass. This is going to be an event that comes as a result of inside violence, violence from within the group. Because you brought some predators into that thing. And while some people was like, oh, it's a good idea for this reason, there are a lot of people who was like, that's probably not a good idea. Now it's too late. Now it's too late because there have been spies on the inside, all around, and they're getting great things for tipping, saying things. And I suppose while they're all thinking, we're all in this together, you don't know that you literally have moles in the middle. And this is somebody who started off very much a part of it. They may have gone through multiple protesting events around. They may have got on the bus and went to different places over the course of multiple years and did, ooh, wait a minute. Is this the feminine leader or the feminine consult? Hold on. No, it's not here. Yes. Okay. So remember at the beginning of the reading we were talking about there being 3 people. This is one of them. So somebody was brought back in to be the rat. Yeah. Okay. So it's like helping, okay, it's like saying we have a problem, we need to look for this person, having everybody else help you look, but you're the person. I stole your purse, now let me help you look for it. So from the beginning of this college stuff, there was an intentional leak placed in. With intention, to drive the energy of the bad ones, to figure out who's who, talk to them, get data from them, what's going on. So they got a mole on the inside. Somebody who's talking about what's going on, and if direction needs to be changed, they'll do it. They're also the messenger. Okay? Okay, so let's look at the journey. I know that's not the proper spelling here, but that's what I'm seeing. If this is something, okay, message. And they got a crazy motherfucker in there. Ah. No, I don't like dirty words, but it's there. And this feels like that feminine energy again. She may be, again, she may have big, gigantic lady balls. She may be a tough one to deal with. Interesting. So, some of the biggest problematics in this event will be traveling by car. We saw that in the cards already. I'm not going to go too deep on this, but I did just want to get it documented. So whoever's going, they look normal. Because that's the undercover look, right? The problem is there's some stuff they're going to be unlearning. It almost feels like a swap out. Like you thought you were going to go this way and now you're going to go this way. So they may be changing the way people travel to where they're going. So they're splitting up the group. Why? Because they need more control. Um, they're trying to figure out who don't belong there. But some are, and they're trying to get rid of those who don't belong in the group. So right now, the protesting groups are trying to cleanse the riffraff, who I don't know how, maybe too much conversation and talking. Too many people talked about what the value is of doing these types of things, and they picked up some people that shouldn't be there, in addition to what was planted within this group. Here's the lesson. And it's the one where a lot of people who are protesting are going to go, wait a minute, I don't really know if I want to be involved in that. Maybe I should step back. You guys didn't say this was a part of it. Yeah. So here's the part, unbeknown to a lot of people, where people are getting up the next day looking at what's going on the news, family, friends, people seeing faces, glimpses and little clips. People didn't want that type of notoriety. They didn't. So the more that becomes an issue, the more people will pull out of out of doing these things. The seeds. Because they're going to be focused on what they're about to lose. This is going to be a problem. I thought I was just going to march and pitch a tent. The fuck you mean I can't go to college and my kids can't go to college? The fuck you mean this is a problem, and now they're going to make an example of you just to shut everybody else up. So out of loving the self, a lot of people are going to back the fuck out. So they don't screw themselves. They may be offered alternatives to some sort, but the problem is all the connections. So there are, I'm not going to say a lot, but there are some very panicked. The ones who are seen. The panicked ones are running from it because they didn't realize they wouldn't have any control over the situation. And these are the people who let their mask slip, or they decided to get involved in front of cameras with no mask on, period. Okay? Now they're thinking, why did I do things that way? There's my face on CNN. Uh-oh. Plus, plus it's there. You're not going to be able to heal from it. It just adds and stacks. It's just adding and stacking there for people to see. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Okay? At least for the individuals who are fighting, because unfortunately, certain ones will be made an example of, and they're not prepared for that part. So whatever happens, no matter how bad it gets, people who have their faces tied to this or their names tied to this, unfortunately, it's a problem for them. And I don't think it's a problem for the older people or the foreigners. I think it's a problem for the college age ones. They had a choice over chaos and peace, and they chose the dirty thing for the money, not realizing it wouldn't be worth it. Paid to smash, time sensitive. Go in with no emotion. Go in like you're crazy, right? You're driven. And take over, a hostile takeover. While expecting a miracle out of this, realizing they're running out of time to escalate, okay? So I'm gonna stop there. I did just want to make a note of it. I will try to come back a little later for personal readings, but this one, and pretty much for me coming back to YouTube, period, was to document a lot of the stuff that newsworthy. As I'm always a student, if you watched this far, thank you so much. If you have anything to do with that stuff, the college school stuff right there, be aware that at some point it'll be you versus them. For those who are okay with it, you're hired. You'll be called in to do more work. That's not good. They are looking for, wow, what is this, job application? They may even be looking for people, looking for new people to bring into this with great promises. This could be ads for jobs. I suppose if somebody wanted to do some looking, they could find hiring from some company for this to be an influencer. All they want to know is, are you unstoppable? Do you have little to be thankful for because you're so easily overflowed with rage or opinion and belief? They want the ones who will not make emotional choices. Help more, and you'll get what you deserve. The people just don't, you're just not going to see what's coming. So I hope nobody who's watching this who's involved in this. Unfortunately, this is a double-edged sword. So what might be cool or, politically correct or politically powerful at this time, be aware you're also being seen. There's another plan behind the scenes for those who are willing to fight for beliefs and freedom. You are being looked at. And while it may be, you may have valuable purpose now, it's going to have a different purpose. I don't know if I want to pour all that out here, but as a land or a population is weakened, it is imperative for the incoming um, rulers, controllers, it's important for them to know who's willing to fight. Okay? When you talk of plans, right? Knowledge. It's important to know who's willing to fight so you know what to do with them if you're dealing with a weakening populace or you're taking over some stuff. You want to know who the noisy people are. You want to know. So if you participate in that stuff, give it a second thought. Just give it a second thought because it may be emotional now. It's going to be emotional damage later. Okay, I'm done. If you are here, you watch this, um, leave me a comment or hit the like button. I would appreciate that. And I will come back in a little later tonight, probably closer to 10-ish, 2 or 3 more hours, for personal readings if anyone wants one. Or then we'll just do the mushy stuff, love and whatever else. But this one was news, data, what's going on. Leave me a like if you would like me to come back and do personal reads. As always, my readings are free. I'm a student. Y'all know. Perpetually student. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on the magnetics. Hopefully this does not go drift over into religious groups. But there could be an event around a church. Ugh. Okay, so and somebody of great day. I also get the energy of somebody changing their appearance to do this too. This isn't mass changing of the appearance. It's like being a man today and a woman tomorrow, ready to start some stuff. So, Lord, I'm done. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you a little bit later, okay?